Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to To Be Determined. Today we got the Levels V2 update, which is a really big deal, especially for us considering that's entirely what my profile is based on. But today we're going to be going over everything that changed and what you should do about it. So let's jump straight into it. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to notice is when you open your SkyBlock menu, your SkyBlock leveling is right here below your crafting table. Instead of you having to click on your SkyBlock profile and it being right here, you can go ahead and just click SkyBlock leveling and see where your level's at. Before this update, I was at level 149, and once this update rolled out, I went all the way up to level 156. The first time that you log in after this update, it'll tell you how many levels you gained, so be sure to let us know how many you got in the comments. Anyways, there are now 23 new ways to gain SkyBlock XP, which you can see in ways to gain SkyBlock XP. But when you click on this, the menu looks a lot different. You can see that it's got the different tasks all in one now, and there's a recently viewed option right here, so you can see everything that you were looking at recently. But if we go to core tasks, you'll notice that they've got the same ones that we've already had: skill level up, museum progression, fairy souls, accessory bags, pet score, bank upgrades, minions and collections. That's all that has been here. They did change museum progression a little bit, so there's more items that you can donate, but each item gives less XP. So in the long run, you'll be able to get more XP from this, but because of this update, I actually lost 3 levels from my museum, because I used to be getting 9 SkyBlock XP from all of these areas right here, and now I'm only getting 6. So it's a little bit of a nerf for the start, but if you can donate everything, then you'll end up getting more levels than you had originally. Next up, we have the event tasks, which is a completely new task category that we got, and none of these have been completed yet. So even if you have done the mining fiesta, fishing festival, or spooky festival and gotten any of these challenges done, it doesn't count until after this update comes out. So as of right now, there is a spooky festival in 13 hours, but it's going to be really difficult to get some of these quests done during these first few weeks while everyone's trying to grind them out. Because we also have Marina getting elected next week, so those fishing festivals are going to be very competitive as well. Now for the mining fiesta, every 5,000 ores you mine, you get 1 XP. For fishing festival, every 50 sharks you kill, you get 1 XP. And for Spooky Festival, you get XP for each bracket that you hit. So you can see the first bracket is 10 XP, second one is 20, third one's 30. It goes all the way up to 75 from the Emerald bracket by reaching 5,000 points in the Spooky Festival. So you're going to have to be pretty high level on this stuff to be able to get these. Next up, there's dungeon tasks, which are the exact same that they were. Catacombs levels, class levels, complete dungeons. Pretty simple. Then there's another new task category, which is the Essence Shop. So you can get XP from completing different tasks, which is basically buying different upgrades from each Essence Shop. So you can see I've got 76 XP from the Dragon Essence Shop, and that's because I maxed out Recharge. And you can see it really only matters what level the upgrade is, because even though Dragon Piper actually costs 2,000 Dragon Essence to buy, it only gives 2 XP because it's only a 1 level perk. But the plus side is they don't have to where you have to buy the items, so it's just the upgrades. So you don't have to buy Experience 5 from the Ice Essence Shop or the Special Warp from the Spider Essence Shop. Then they've got the Slaying tasks, which they added in the Kudra Boss collection here. Gives some XP now, 10 XP, 15, blah blah blah. But the big one is the mythological kills. Every 100 kills, you're going to get 1 XP. And it caps at 10,000. So in total, you're going to have to get 10,000 kills to max this out. And that's only mythological creatures. So 10,000 mythological creatures is going to take a long time. I'm curious if people are going to start using common griffins just to max this out instead of getting more money for it. But honestly, I don't think it'll be worth it. It's better just to use the legendary and get more money, because there are a lot of money sinks that we're going to be having to talk about here in a moment. But before we get to that, in the skill related tasks, there's a bunch of new stuff. So they've got mining, farming, and fishing tasks. And mining tasks, the new stuff is crystal nucleus runs. This doesn't count your runs before this update, just like the event task. This doesn't count those. You have to do 50 runs after this update. So you can see I've already done 4, but having an extra 46 runs to do is going to take a long time. Before this update came out, I only had about 40 runs done in 3 months, which you can definitely do them faster. If you're wealthy enough and you put in enough time, you can probably get these done within 2 days or so. Just depends on how your RNG is with the Jade and with Bow Spawns, things like that. But 50 runs isn't too bad, especially for getting 4 XP per run. Then you get XP from upgrading your Peak of the Mountain. So in your mining seal, you can check your Heart of the Mountain. That is this, the Peak of the Mountain. that you have to upgrade. Every time you upgrade it, you're going to get a little bit of XP. So this is definitely worth upgrading if you want your skyblock levels up. Next, they added the rock milestone. So you're going to get XP for every rock pet that you unlock. You get 20 XP per, and you can check how close you are also in your mining skill. I'm 34,000 out of 100,000, but that is another way that you can get skyblock XP from this update. They did the same thing for dolphin milestones. So the dolphin pet, you also get XP for unlocking it. They also added Anita's shop. You gain XP by unlocking permanent upgrades from Anita's shop, which is just upgrading your farming level cap and your extra farming drops. So if we go over and talk to Anita, it's this one right here and this one right here. You're going to gain some XP every time you upgrade those. And you get 2.5 levels in total from that. So that's pretty nice, especially with the garden update coming out and people are going to be doing a lot of farming. That's going to be another passive way to get your XP up. Next up, there's the new miscellaneous section. So pretty much everything in here is new or has been modified. First new one is accessory bag upgrades. You can visit Jacobus at the Thaumaturgist to view accessory bag upgrades. Basically, that's going to cost you well over 1 billion coins to max out. Talk to Jacobus here and upgrade your accessory bag for a lot of money. But if you max this out, you're getting 2 XP for every time you pay. So I would be paying 8 million coins for 2 XP, which is so ridiculous. But if you're really rich and you really want the levels, kind of got to be done. Next up, there's Reaper Peppers. Every Reaper Pepper that you eat is 10 XP. So if you pay the 500+ million coins to get all those Reaper Peppers, you're going to be getting half a level for 500 mil, which is, again, ridiculous. But they also added another one. You gain 15 XP per power that you unlock through power stones at the Thaumaturgist. So basically, every single one of these power stones in here, you're gonna need 9 of them, and the prices on these have all gone up quite a bit. Earlier, the beating heart was only 20,000 coins a piece, shulkers were like 7,000 a piece, and everything spiked quite a bit. It's pretty low now. Precious pearls were 5 mil earlier today, now they're half of that, but I do recommend waiting a little bit if you can on those. Other than that, the dojo is now based on whether or not you get the belts, so it doesn't matter if you've got an S on every single challenge. It only matters if you've gotten a total of 7,000 points so you can unlock the black belt. They also changed the harp songs, so now you get XP at milestones. So every percentage that you get on this score, so at 50% you'll get 12 XP, at 70% you get another 12, 90% another 12, 100% another 12. Same thing for every single song on here pretty much, except the XP changes a little bit. So for the first ones, you only get 1 XP per milestone. Next ones, it's 2, then it's 4, and then it's 7, and then it goes all the way up to 12. So that's a little helpful. Still, to max it out, you're going to have to get 100% on everything. But they did also add, so it used to only be like 200 XP that you get from it. Now it's 236, so you get a little bit more XP. But they also added Abbey Phone Contact. This one is going to be pain. Currently, there are 41 different contacts, and you're gonna gain 10 XP per one that you talk to. But that's not the only issue with this, because if you notice, it's Abbey Phone contacts here. There's 41, and the other thing that is also related to this is actually your accessory bag. You gain 1 XP per magical power. So if we're talking about magical power and how many contacts you have, to get the most magical power, you're gonna have to use the Samsung GG Abbey case, which grants 1 magical power per 2 contacts in your Abbey phone and also gives 2 extra contact slots. We need to get 41 to get the maximum magical power, or really 40, but at least 40 contacts to get the maximum magical power at this point. Now with Garden Update, it's likely that we're going to get some more contacts, so I do recommend going ahead and going for 42 if you're really wanting to max this out. But we do have to talk about the bit shop here, because other than that, you also have the Abbey Phone Contacts Trio, which gives you up to 30 more contacts. So before we even have a phone, we can add up the 2 contacts from the Abbey case plus the 30 from the Abbey Phone Contacts Trio. So that's 32. Now, if we go over to the Crimson Isle and check out all the phones here, if we're going for 42 contacts, we need a phone that has at least 10 contacts on it. If we want to, we can go for only 8, because currently that's the most XP you can get, but seeing as Garden Update's coming out soon, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna have contacts on it, I do recommend going for 42. You can talk to this guy here, and you can see there's 11 contacts on the 14, and on the 13 there's 10. So you're going to want to get at least the Abbey Phone 13 if you want to prepare for the Garden Update ahead of time. That's the Pro Giga that gives you 10. Or if you want to go ahead and stick with all the contacts that are in the game right now, go for 40 instead, you can just buy the Abbey Phone 13 Pro. either way you're going to be safe to buy either one, because you can always upgrade them to the 14, and it's not really going to cost you any more than it would to just buy the 14. Because if you just buy a 14 without any of the other Abby phones, it's 98.5 million or 100 million if you didn't get the extra perks from helping out with the community event. But you can always upgrade from an Abby Phone Pro or an Abby Phone Pro Giga, and it's going to count for the same amount of coins that you paid for either one. So you paid 24 million coins for a Pro, you save 24 million coins on the Abby Phone 14. So I do recommend, if you're going for max levels, to buy either the Pro Giga, or the 14. The 14 is just kind of to play it safe, knowing that more contacts are going to come as the game updates and time goes on. But if you don't want to spend more money, then buying the regular Abby Phone 13 Pro right now is a good way to do it. But that is for super late game stuff. But yeah, Abby Phone contacts is a pretty big deal. Now, other than that, we also have the community shop upgrades. It only has the ones, like the island size one that I just got 10 XP for completing. It only adds in the ones that you don't have to pay gems for. Those are the only ones that give SkyBlock XP. So you can see I've maxed out island size, even though if we go in here, you can go higher on island size, but it costs gems. It's not gonna make you do that, which is nice. They also added the personal bank upgrades, which is from Guy over here, upgrading your personal bank. You're gonna have to get 250,000 Emerald Collection if you haven't already to max this out. Plus it's gonna cost a couple million coins. But honestly, it's such a quality of life thing, I definitely recommend doing it anyways. Other than that, they've got the story tasks, which are the same as ever. Nothing new there. But that is everything that they changed as far as levels go. They also did some stuff with the museum. If we warp over to our museum, you can see my value is way higher than it was before. My museum is valued at 111 million coins. Before, it was only at 30 million. Basically, what it did is it now counts all the special stuff that you add on. So if we go ahead and throw this in here, you can see it has an armor set clean value of 4.4 million. That's the only thing it shows because it's a clean armor set. I don't have anything added onto this. But if we come over here, grab something like a dragon scale and throw that on the helmet for 300,000 coins, come back, put it back in the museum, you'll see that it set the armor set value as 2 coins higher, because that is what dragon scales are going for right now. The sell price is 2 coins. So unfortunately, it doesn't include the price that it actually costs to reforge the item yet, but it does include the prices off of Bazaar for enchants and things. So that's pretty nice. Now, if we throw something a little more pricey, like my Frozen Blaze gear here, you'll see that the armor set value is valued a little bit higher because precursor relics are more expensive than just having no reforges on something. So that's a big bonus. I can now use the hex without having to worry about coming in here and throwing in my drill or something, which has 20 million coins worth of upgrades on it. Good to know. So all you need to do to make sure that it registers that is come over here and take out an armor piece or something that you have in the museum, throw it back in, and it will let you know what your actual value is. Other than that, they also changed slugfishes. So fishing for slugfish as a trophy fish, it only takes 20 seconds to catch it down instead of 30. Plus, they also made the Kudra hunt a lot more accessible to earlier game players. You don't have to get everyone in the lobby to jump to be able to get the actual talisman after you've gotten the whole Kudra gear. You don't need as much collection to speak to the Kudra lore master, so I'm not sure exactly how much collection that is. We can go check real quick. And you can now use any drill to obtain the Kudra relic. So I'm not sure exactly how much less magma collection and netherite collection you're going to need to talk to this guy, but it used to be 5 million of each. It may just be 1 million or even 2.5 million. Who knows? But it's a lot less than it used to be, according to the patch note. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because at 5,000 subs, we're going to be letting some people into the guild. We do guild events every week now, so we're hosting videos with the guild at least once a week when we can. So if you want a chance to be in those videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.